So, it's a lot of people in their 40s and 50s. It's a lot of older people and younger people. They probably feel like they not where they should be in their life. Okay? They probably feel like they not where they should be for their age and all the years they've been working out here in this broken world. They probably feel like they not where they should be in life, or they've had a life crisis. For you 21-year-olds, for you 20-year-olds, you definitely will have a life crisis. I just want to talk about the Pareto principle, man. Let's just talk about the 20%. Because it's a lot of people right now with cars and houses and jobs, and they're trapped. They're trapped financially. They can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this. They just go to work for the man. They just go to work and work. This is the number one thing. The number one thing is you gotta focus on making good money. Because that gets you out of the trap. That gets you out of the rat race. Money. That's the most important thing. Everything else, you don't even gotta fucking worry about. You don't gotta worry about God, politics, your mama, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. That's the number one thing. But we all become a victim of our environment, a victim of our situations, corporate situations. Like we work dead-end jobs for long periods of time. And sometimes they're not dead-end. We get promotions and stuff. They're really not dead-end. They just don't pay a lot of money. That's what I mean to clarify. They're not dead-end. They just don't pay a lot of money. Or the money goes up, down, up, down, you know? So you got to get in the industries where you can make money. And then to add to the life crisis, when people do lose everything, some people need a restart. We need to go into a different career. Or just need to make better money. That is what it is. People don't tell you that. Because it's some people that just don't make enough money. 30, 40, 50, 60, and you don't understand. To enjoy life, this is what nobody says. To enjoy life, you need money, not credit. Credit is what keeps poor people poor, because they buy houses they can't afford, cars they can't afford, this they can't afford, or somebody that say, oh man, we just find the cheapest place. Just find something cheap. Well, okay, that is a method. I get that. That is a method too. But man, why I can't make good money? How can I make good money? You have to go in the field where people make good money, period. That's the Pareto principle. That's the 20%. First, you got to make enough. The problem is people don't make enough. Some people don't make enough. They go in these poor-ass jobs, don't pay shit. And age doesn't mean anything. I'll repeat myself. Age does not mean anything. Some people get old and become insane. Okay, or you're working. The problem is the method. Everything is about the method, what you're doing to get the results. Sometimes we're working the wrong method, like being at low-paying jobs for 5 or 10 years, and it don't pay. It just don't. Just is what it is. Or, you know what I mean? You relying on overtime, and they cut down your overtime, then now you're poor. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to get in industries where they make money. To me, we're still trapped, like working these piss poor jobs in your 40s and 50s. It's okay. Like if you want to just live like you're poor, great. That's another way to look at it too. But when they're talking about buying houses, buying new cars, taking care of multiple kids, going on vacation, America is fucking expensive. And to live the life that you want and be able to do everything that you want, it requires thousands of dollars. It requires so much money. Nobody talks about that. But let's cut off everything else out. Because the most important thing is money. How do I get the money? You have to get into an industry where they're making money, or you have to productize yourself. You have to make products or services and sell them at scale. Or become an influencer or some type of guru and sell products and services at scale. They didn't teach you this in school. If you got a business degree 30, 40 years ago, this shit is outdated. I'm sorry, it is. It is. The most thing you can have in life is to be resilient and ask better questions. Tony Robinson said this best. You need to ask better questions. Benjamin Hardy said another great thing. Everything that happened to you in your life, you need to package it as a learning lesson. Let go of the past. Let the shit go. Let the shit go. But it's a tuning tool to let you know people stay at jobs for long years, dead end, don't make shit. Supervisor, manager, they don't make shit either. Get the fuck out of here, man. It keeps you poor. Some jobs keep you poor. It's not about how hard you work. That's another myth. There's so many fucking myths that we've taught over years from teachers and parents and people online, and they just don't know anything. It's not about how hard you work if you work hard at the wrong thing, okay? Lots of fat people go to the gym and still fat years later. I know people that go to nice gym, they've been fat for fucking 10 years. Roly-poly. Okay? Roly-poly fat. And I think a couple niggas self-employed. Self-employed, double chin and all. Okay. Go to nice high-end gyms, fat as hell. Okay, they've been this way for fucking decades. Okay, they just get roly-poly. You think people just become roly-poly overnight? People just don't become roly-poly overnight, bro. They've been roly-poly a long time. Shit. Okay, but we're not here to talk about fitness. But the main thing, you can forget about everything else, because to change your habit, you need to focus on less. The Pareto principle, the 20% says 20% get 80% of your action. The 20% is picking a right career, so you make enough. That's the most important thing. Make enough. You know what I mean? You make enough. And one guru said it best. Nobody never talks about this. Is that the problem? You will never get rich working a normal job. You would only get rich by having products that sell for you at scale. Think about all the famous people, the rappers, the actors, even from the gurus, the rappers, the actors, the gurus. How are they making all this money? They're not making all this money going and clocking in at a job. Only thing different from a job that can make you wealth beyond your belief is that they are selling things at scale. That's the biggest thing. You work a job. Okay, nothing wrong with a job. Nothing wrong with a job. But you gotta see the difference. That's the difference. Then from the beginning, every day, man, and how people, you see as you get older, your life. I look at life different. You see 40-year-old, 50-year-old people doing DoorDash. You see these older people doing Uber, and nothing wrong with these jobs, but you gotta realize these jobs will not make wealth. They won't make wealth. They won't, man. It's so much. It's so much. Oh, Mr. Beast. That's what another and people that take business school, they need to study people like Mr. Beast. Who is Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast is one of the most biggest YouTubers that there is. I forgot he got like 4 million YouTube followers. Why do you study people like Mr. Beast? Why? It's not necessarily Mr. Beast, it's to understand business from the social media aspect of it. Once you understand business from social media, you'll look at it differently. You'll realize people don't make money off books. They may make some money, but that ain't nothing. Mr. Beast, Tony Robinson, Gary Vee, man, it's so much to be learned from them from a business aspect of it. Today's business school, they may be studying people like that because they deserve to be studied. They deserve it because we're in a digital age where gurus reach more people than professors and doctors. I don't think nobody really talks about that. Gurus online, gurus and influencers reach more people online than doctors and university professors. Think about that. Just think about that. Why do they reach more people than college professors and doctors? Because they're doing business at scale, baby. That's the biggest difference. The problem with the everyday person is just that we work dead-end jobs. That's the problem. The problem with the everyday person, the everyday Blow Joe. Let's not talk about it in there. Everyday Blow Joe, sometimes we work dead-end jobs for 5 or 10 years. That's we don't see it. You got to see it first. You have to know what to do. You have You have to know how to use the gym before you get there. You can get there, but if you don't know how to use the equipment, you'll be like a lot of fat people that go to the gym and just never lose the weight. See, but y'all don't got sight beyond sight. Y'all don't see people say, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna drop 50 pounds. Okay, great. But a lot of people, guess what? They cancel their membership after 6 months, after a year. Planet Fitness know that. It's probably about 30% of their memberships. They get memberships, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they don't got time, and they end up quitting and not going. Every gym is like this. Actually, every gym is like this. Every chain gym have these set of members. They're gonna go for 6 months, a year, cancel. Meanwhile, the gym is working on getting new members. So when you cancel 6 months, a year, they're gonna have other people coming in to take your place. Because they want to lose weight too. I need to lose weight, I need to lose the gym. That's the basic sales of a gym. And trust me, every gym has these sets of people. It don't even matter. It don't matter what chain gym it is, don't matter. Chain gyms know this. Okay. But when it comes to working, you know, as we get older, we become a victim of our environment. We become a workhorse. You know, you're already trapped anyway when you work low-paying jobs. You want to realize because you can't afford to do shit. Everything out here when you go outside requires money. Going on vacation, buying new cars, taking care of multiple kids. Credit keeps poor people poor and overwhelmed. It really does. It really does, bro. It really does. I think at the age of 40, shit, I ain't never had a credit card. I ain't never had a credit card at the age of 40. That's not necessarily a bad idea. You want to know why? I just lived off my own money. It's not. It's a debate. It's a debate to have. But really, I realize I have to be on offense. I need to be thinking about how I can make more money and better money. That's the whole thing. Because enough money can solve all of your problems. 30% of people have money problems. They don't make enough money. Whatever they do, they're an Uber driver or a real estate agent. Their income is inconsistent. Hell, even truck driving, I would say sometimes the income can be inconsistent. It just depends. You don't clock in and clock out, get 40 hours every week. It just depends. Maybe your income is inconsistent. So it just depends. But people are trapped today. What jobs, what cars, what houses? They are trapped. They are trapped in the financial trap. They can't afford to do shit. Because everything costs money and money they don't got. How do you get out? How do you get out of it? You got to go in an industry where you can make good money, period. Period. You can either cut back, live like you're poor, or go in an industry where you can make good money. Period. Your mom and daddy not going to tell you about the influencers online. Your mom and daddy ain't going to tell you about these young girls making all this money on Fanzoli. They're not. They don't understand social media. Most older people right now, they don't understand social media. I know you got older people on social media, but them are the unicorns versus everybody else. Everybody else don't understand social media. They don't. They just think of it as, oh, it's bad. No. I would never say follow your passion. I would never tell people follow. Go after money. You see how these people trapped, go to work every day, can't afford a vacation. Some people can't even afford a flat tire. Some people living so poor they can't even afford a fucking flat tire, bro. Ain't that sad? Ain't that sad? And as we get older, some people, you can't never change them. That's the thing about some people. Some people, as they get older, you can't change them. You can only change yourself. How do you get out of it? You gotta get some skills and go in an industry where they make good money. Period. Shit. I've seen some people blow up on YouTube, so now they making good money. Now some people blowing up on YouTube, they making good money. I've been watching YouTube for a long, long time. I've seen some people blow up and some people don't. No. In the world of business, you gotta have resilience. In the world of business, you gotta have resilience, and it's a risk. To start any business, it's a risk. Just is what it is. Okay, start fans on it. The thing about they don't tell you about online businesses. It won't happen overnight. Like fans only, like YouTubers. People can fail on YouTube 10 times. You can fail on YouTube 10 times before you're successful on your 8th time. But guess what? If you fail at YouTube 10 times or fail at making your course, writing your book, if you become successful, you still beating that guy working that dead-end job for 10 years. Quote what Alex Beckel said. Alex Beckel said that he never lied about that. He said you can start a YouTube channel, blow up, get monetized. You still beat the guy that been at this job for 10 years, ain't making shit. Think on that. Nobody talks about it. The internet is a new world. It's not all bad. All the gurus online are not bad. There's some gurus online that's phenomenally great. Is it bad gurus online? Yes, it is bad gurus online, but it's great gurus online giving great information. Great information. It's just you're not really a part of the audience. So it's, everything is not bad. So when you have bad experience, bro, everything online is not bad. There's some great gurus. Benjamin Hardy. Benjamin Hardy is a great guru. What's his name? Coach Greg Adams, great guru. Tony Robinson actually is a great guru too, but some of his stuff, I don't, because he charged $2,000 for a seat at his seminars. But they gotta sell you on mindset. This is what I realized too about the business, all the online. They gotta sell you on mindset. You wanna know why? Because if you don't change somebody's mindset to have an abundance that you're not out to get them, they won't learn anything that well. Some bitter old people right now, you can't teach them shit because they think everybody out to get them. It's sad. I see some people 50 and 40 years old. They've been poor their entire motherfucking life. They don't know shit about shit. They think everybody out to get them. Dude, it's all in their mind. It's all in their mind. Like they've been poor their entire life and they're 50. They think everybody out to get them. This person get them. You've been poor your entire life, bro. Dude, it's all in your head. Sure, it's people out here that want to rob us, but that's only in the hood. That's only in the hood. In every hood. Is that the bigger world? No, because you don't make enough money to be jealous of. That's how poor people think. Poor people be thinking everybody's out to get them, man. And like, dude, bro, that's only in the hood. That's that hood mentality, bro. It's the hood mentality. My mentality to understand finance, the more money you make, the better you are for the whole economy. It's seriously. And it's houses. There's way more middle class houses than there are poverty houses. I learned that from being an Uber driver. It's way more middle class houses than there are hoods. I was an Uber driver in Chicago. I was an Uber driver in LA. I was an Uber driver in Columbus, Ohio. And all of these hoods, even Atlanta too, I forgot. But Columbus is what I know the most. And what I can tell you about the whole county, all these counties, it's more middle class housing than there was hoods. Don't get me wrong, there may be like 2 hoods in all them cities, but it's way more middle class houses. Way more. So that means it's almost at a rate where you go with the county, it's almost like for every hood house, there are 3 middle class houses. You don't know that because you don't live in that area. Now, if you're an Uber driver and you drive all around, the whole county is different. Now, that's the only thing. Unless you doing the roofing, you the plumber, you the UPS package delivery, unless you somebody going in and out of the neighborhoods. That's all. Because a lot of neighborhoods, 50,000, 100,000, some neighborhoods you can't afford. Even with 100,000, not enough. 100,000, not enough. 50,000, joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. But how you climb out of a life crisis, you gotta go where money's at. Because people are already trapped right now with jobs. They can't afford to do this. They can't afford to do that. They trapped with a job. What a job. I've been in this job for 10 years. I've been working this job for 10 years. I never forget, man. Dude, I had like how many? Dude, I think I had like 3 weeks of vacation. I made like $30,000 a year. I think my friend I know, he made $45,000. He's a manager. I think he got like 3 weeks of vacation. That's a joke. That's a joke. You know, getting 3-4 weeks vacation a year, you make like 45 grand a year. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? But I've been here for 7 years. I've been here for 8 years. But I'm a manager. I'm a manager. I'm a manager. Ain't that sad? Sad.